Hey YouTube peeps, it's your girl Tasha back with an updated video regarding managing pigmented purpuric dermatosis, better known as PPD. This is not going to be a long video by any means, but I just wanted to update you all regarding the different medications that I have been taking throughout my journey. You can touch bases on my other videos if you need to catch up with me, but this one is a little bit different. I normally have flare-ups in June and then also in November, like close to the Thanksgiving holiday. But when I saw a couple of bumps forming in June, first thing came to my mind was I have to get to my doctor, to get a prescription for methylprednisolone, since that's been the only medication that's been consistently helping me, okay? But my doctor couldn't prescribe the methylprednisolone due to the fact that I will be having a medical procedure done. So he asked me, well, what other medications have you been taking? So I was told by a dermatologist assistant, she said I could take Claritin during the day and Benadryl at night. And then that's when my doctor said, oh, I don't think you should be taking Benadryl at night because Benadryl only lasts for 3 to 4 hours. So that's when he recommended me taking Xyzal, which is what I have right here. So I take the Xyzal at night, 1 to 2 tablets. It's 55 tablets in the bottle. And then during the day, if I run out of my Claritin, I can also take Allegra. So what I've come to realize is that dealing with pigmented purpuric dermatosis, since there's no cure, you have to fill your body up with antihistamines. Okay, unfortunately, that's just where it's at. You have to fill your body up with antihistamines, along with taking vitamin C. I take about, I believe, 1,000 or 2,000 tablets of vitamin C, as well, because I'm not in the sun, every day, all day. But that's what I've been doing, because it's not much you really can do. Okay. This is not about, oh, what did I eat that caused this? Or am I drinking too much of this that may have caused it? No, it has nothing to do with that. I truly believe it's a autoimmune, disorder that you would have to do more research on, like going to a rheumatologist or an allergist, something like that. It's to each his own, but I really don't believe it's caused by any foods that you eat or what you drink. My mom, she had psoriasis very, very badly. I remember seeing it on her arms and on her legs. And, whenever she was stressed, whenever there was like excessive heat, that sort of thing, it flared up. And unfortunately, there wasn't medication like we have today at that time. So all she had to work with was hydrocortisone cream, which, I mean, come on, if it's hot as Hades outside and you are walking around with a bunch of ointment or cream on your arms, on your legs, I don't know how you can do it, but that's what she did at the time. So I used to pray that I didn't have that, that I don't end up having that. And thankfully I didn't have it as a kid. I didn't have it as a teenager. I didn't have it in my 20s or my 30s, but it wasn't until I entered into my early 40s that pigmented purpura just decided to pay me a visit, and let's just say they haven't packed up their bags and left yet. Okay, so I just wanted to give an update on, like I said, what I am currently taking. I'm not taking methylprednisolone right now, okay? And honestly, there are side effects to every medication that you take today. But what we want to hear is what is going to get rid of it, And although it may, whatever that medication may be, it gets rid of it, but what are the cons as a result from it? So with me taking the methylprednisolone, I wasn't aware, or twice a year, that's when I was taking it, I wasn't aware of the side effects of methylprednisolone, meaning it could interfere, with your liver. I was shocked about that. At the end of the day, I don't want to be taking medication that's going to have strong, adverse effects. I don't want that. Not that I'm saying I'm going the holistic route or anything like that. Because I do believe, there's some medications out there that really, that really helps you. But I really feel like at this point in one's life, you have to really pay attention to, your consumption, meaning, are you consuming a lot of fried foods opposed to baked foods? Are you only putting a little bit of vegetables on your plate when you should be making sure that the vegetables cover half of your plate, to be honest, your intake of water, you know what I mean? Increasing those things could mean a world of difference, because unfortunately, as you age, you're not going to be able to, eat the same type of foods you were used to eating when you was a kid, or maybe in your 20s. You're not going to be able to still drink the same as you used to when you was in your 20s or 30s. Things change as we get older, and we have to pay attention. That's what it's called. It's called paying attention to your body. It's either you pay attention or you'll be forced to pay attention. And no one likes to be forced to do anything. But like I said, these 2 pills here is what I'm currently, taking to help me through this process. What I have known is that when I take the Zysol at night and when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any bumps. I don't normally see a bump or 2 until like going into the evening time, something like that, is when I may see a bump or 2. And oftentimes I'm, relaxed, not really doing much. I'm off work and whatnot. And so I just relax. I try to think happy thoughts, even though life be lifing, I still try to, alleviate any additional stresses necessary in dealing with this. And another thing too, if you are an Advent person that loves to exercise 24/7, unfortunately, you may have to ease up on that a little bit, because what I have also read on dealing with pigmented purpuric dermatosis is that excessive exercising can cause flare-ups. So just keep that in mind too while you're on that treadmill or Stairmaster or whatever you're doing. Just pay attention, just pay attention to your body. Always check, your body, and your body is going to be able to tell you. The thing is you got to listen to it. So again, I just want to give a brief update on what I've been doing, currently doing as of today in dealing with it. Because remember, I said there's no cure for it, because I'm still looking. I have not stopped, but everything that I've read tells me it's no cure. Okay, so we have to keep on going with life. And if there's something that can temporarily help, I'd rather go along with that than to be walking around looking like somebody beat me with a baseball bat. No, that's not what we're going to do. Okay. So if anyone has any suggestions or any comments, please drop them in the comment section. I will definitely read them as well as respond. And then one more thing too. My doctor suggested going on to Reddit, Reddit. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly or spelling it correctly. Going on there and typing in the search engine pigmented purpuric dermatosis, and normally you'll get a list of people who have it as well, and putting in their suggestions on how they cope with it, deal with it, what possible medications they're taking. At the end of the day, doctors don't know everything. They really do not. Okay, so we have to take it upon ourselves to do our own research, and I'm just appreciative of knowing that I'm not the only one experiencing this, and that there are others out there who are experiencing the exact same thing, and they're wondering themselves, what should they do, or what medications can they currently take. So I've shared on Reddit as well what I'm doing, as well as sharing it with the YouTube community as well. So again, if you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I will be back with another video, because guess what? This isn't over. This is not over. Okay? You all have a wonderful day. Keep on pushing. Till next time.